Hey friends, Amy Catapan here. You can find me everywhere on social media under my pen name, AJ Catapan. Listen, I had so much fun doing the reaction video for the trailer of season 4, and I had so much fun reading people's comments that I thought I'm going to do another one because they released another really short trailer. They're calling it the Deliver Us trailer because of the song that's playing in the background. Listen, every time I do one of these reaction videos, or I see a reaction video from The Chosen Sleuth or Against the Current, somebody in the comments says something to the effect of, stop talking, just play the video, stopping the video and talking so much. I think you're missing the concept of a reaction video or a trailer breakdown that people are doing. We're stopping the video and talking about it because we're really wanting to talk about it with other people. I mean, ever since I first watched The Chosen in January of 2020, I feel like I have been looking for somebody to talk about it with, and I found plenty of people to talk about it with, but these YouTube videos that we do, it's another way for us to engage with other fans. And if you just want to see the trailer without any interruption, without any commentary, please, please, please just go to The Chosen YouTube page and watch it there. And listen, I'll make it really easy for you. I'll put a link in the comments so that you can go right to it, or like in the description on YouTube, I will give you the link. Go watch the trailer uninterrupted. And then if you want to come back here and hear my thoughts on it, or go see the thoughts of some of the other commentators, by all means, go ahead. But I am gonna play the video and stop it and give some thoughts here and there, because that's what we do on a reaction video. But we want you to go to the YouTube channel for The Chosen and watch the uninterrupted version, because we want that one to get lots of views, right? It's sort of like I want that to get more attention than even my reaction video is getting attention. But I do love your commentary here, because this is where I get to engage with other Chosen fans and find out, what are you guys thinking? Now, I have not seen the first 3 episodes yet. At the point I am recording this, I have not seen it, but some people already have. I did not go to the LA premiere. I'm a teacher by trade. That's my day job. I do writing and speaking nights and weekends, or in the summers when I'm not teaching, but teaching is my day job, and I can't just fly off to LA for a premiere whenever I want to. So sorry. By the way, speaking of movie premieres, I did get to see an early screener of the Cabrini film here in Chicago. So make sure you subscribe and follow along, because I'm going to have more information about the new movie about St. Francis Xavier Cabrini. So stay tuned for that. But for right now, let's look at the Deliver Us trailer from season 4 of The Chosen.
People seem to think they know why I'm here.
Do you think I've come to give peace on earth?
This edict identifies Jesus of Nazareth as a heretic and a blasphemer.
I've not come to bring peace, but a sword, division.
Okay, some of this was in the previous trailer, so I don't feel like I need to give a lot of commentary. We know that we're going to have this clash between Jesus and the Pharisees, and they're just giving us more of what's to come. We think of Jesus as the Prince of Peace, but then, things were challenging. In fact, I was just writing a gospel reflection for my church for Lent, and I put in there that I was a background extra in that scene that you kind of saw a moment there ago. Let me see if I can go back a bit, where this is going on. I'm pretty sure I was on set this day, and I am to the side there, and they end up chasing him off. And if you go and you look at these, at the Gospels, if you go back and you read your Bible, sometimes it's hard to imagine what it's like. But this is the wonderful thing about The Chosen, right? In the Bible, it just says something like, the Jews picked up stones to stone him again. And then later on, and then they tried to arrest him, but he escaped. And we don't think about what that looked like. What did it look like for Jesus to escape from them? It probably meant there had to be some fighting. It probably meant some of the disciples, like we can see, I think that's Simon Z right there, trying to protect Jesus from the Pharisees who were trying to arrest him. We don't think about how violent these scenes really are. And there was a point in the filming where Jesus and some of the disciples are running through these columns that you see there. I'm at the end, and Jesus and the apostles are coming up right behind me. I could feel the tension behind me, right? So when you go back and you read the Bible, try to really imagine what it would have been like, because the words there in the Bible, they don't give us all the sensory details that The Chosen's going to give us, right? We can really see it and hear it and almost feel what it's like to be there.
But a sword, division. When someone chooses to follow me,
Okay, that I'm assuming is that Mary or Martha? I'm so bad at telling the two apart. I think that was Mary crying over the death of Lazarus, and I'm guessing this is his funeral procession, or they're bringing, is that Jesus right down there? That might be Martha and Mary in the front and Jesus right behind them. So maybe this is them bringing Jesus to the tomb of Lazarus. And I've mentioned before, I am somewhere up on this wall here. I don't actually see myself. I'm really close there. I think I'm right to the left. I'm probably one of those palm branches that's being held up, but I was the row behind the row that was standing in front of the row that was sitting. I was right there. I just, trust me.
it may mean that people will be hated by those closest to them.
All right, so right there we see Joanna putting that hood up over her head. Now, I have heard from someone who saw the premiere in LA that she and the guy who played John the Baptist did a really good job in episodes 1 through 3. So I'm guessing that means we are finally going to have the beheading of John the Baptist in those first 3 episodes, to which I only have to say, it's about time. For those of you who haven't been following me for that long, I did do a season 3 trailer reaction, and I was actually predicting the death of John the Baptist in season 3, because if you look at the Gospels, that happens before the feeding of the 5,000, and we knew the feeding of the 5,000 was going to be in season 3. So I thought, oh, John the Baptist must be dying in season 3. So when he didn't, we got throughout season 3 and he was still alive. I thought, oh, for crying out loud, when are they doing it? So I think the death of John the Baptist is going to be in these first 3 episodes. And of course, Joanna's going to be involved, right? Because she is married to someone in Herod's court. So it'll be really interesting to see, you know, what is she doing? Is she the one who maybe brings the news of John the Baptist's death to Jesus and his disciples? And I'm not looking forward to Andrew's reaction. He's going to be heartbroken. So that's going to be hard to watch. But I really am interested in seeing what all happens with Joanna, and does she really become a disciple of Christ after this? Like, we, you know, Tamar in season 1, she's in that one episode, and then she comes back right in season 2, and now she's like a regular on the show. Was Joanna going to become a regular for the remaining seasons? That'll be interesting to find out.
I prayed with this man, Yanni.
And of course, we're all looking forward to finding out what happened when Shmuel prayed with Jesus. So we saw that at the end of season 3, Jesus invited Shmuel to go off and pray with him. And that was, to me, a cliffhanger at the end of season 3. Did anyone else feel that way? You were like, wait, where's the scene where Jesus and Shmuel go off and pray? He invited him. And then the next thing we know, Jesus is walking on water, right? Spoiler alert if you haven't seen the end of season 3. And I was like, wait, what happened in between his invitation to Shmuel to go out and to pray and then Jesus walking on the water? And I was like, are they going to just skip that? So hopefully we actually see that in season 4.
He wasn't what I expected.
What's so important?
Feels like the beginning of something. War, maybe.
Quintus is going to do something evil in this season. I still know what it is. If you saw my previous reaction trailer, I fear he's going to harm or kill or even have Gaius be killed, because he's going to be so upset. But Quintus is going to do something really evil.
I don't expect you to understand now. You'll understand in time. I am the life that overcomes death.
Okay, so many different scenes, so many different images, so fast right there. I'm just going to make comments on a couple of them. So here is Mary Magdalene blowing out a candle. I don't know what that's related to. Here we have, of course, Martha and Mary at the raising of Lazarus. I'm totally looking forward to that one. It's one of my favorite gospel stories. There's a healing of a blind man in there. The Pilate and his wife. I hope we get to see more of her too. Okay, then there was a lot of talk about this on The Chosen Sleuth. So Brandon originally said he thought this was Saint Elizabeth, and everyone's like, no, that's young Mary on a donkey. And I commented on somebody's post, yeah, it can't be Saint Elizabeth. She was older when she had John the Baptist, but it would definitely make sense that this is young Mary, newly pregnant, going off to visit Saint Elizabeth, which I mean, I'm dying to see who's playing St. Elizabeth. I don't know about you, but it would make sense that she'd be going off to see Elizabeth when Elizabeth is pregnant with John, because we know they love to do these flash forwards and flashbacks. So it would be great if we can flash back to Mary visiting St. Elizabeth and John's whole birth. I don't know. Will we get the whole Zechariah thing? Will we get the whole him being struck dumb because he doesn't believe the angel that his wife's going to bear a child? We'll have to find out what's going to happen. But I'm pretty sure this is young Mary on a donkey going to see Elizabeth when she's pregnant with John.
I guess you're not holding back anymore.
I can't. I'm out of time.
Okay, so much excitement for the raising of Lazarus, but I really don't think that's going to happen until the end of the season. So we're going to have to wait on that one. If you're a fan of the guy who plays Lazarus and you're around the Chicagoland area, he is going to be in a Shakespeare production at the Chicago Shakespeare Theater. I'm making plans to go when I was some other Chosen fans. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I love Shakespeare. I'm an English teacher, and I've taken students for many, many years to the Chicago Shakespeare Theater for field trips. So just, hey, letting you know, those of you around town, around Chicago, if you want to come see the guy who plays Lazarus in real life in a stage production of Richard III, come on over. Now, the hard part is it's in February. The show is running for the month of February, which of course is when The Chosen is out in theaters. So poor Demetrius Troy, I don't know. How do you help promote The Chosen and be in a play at the same time? I mean, it's just what we got to do, right? I mean, I'm teaching full time and working on promoting my next book that comes out in March. Like, these are just the things we got to do, right? When we work more than one job. All right, last but not least, this just came out today, a sneak peek of a scene from season 4. And it was rather serendipitous because I was thinking earlier today as I was making my bed about how many times the cast has said, you guys aren't ready for what's going to happen in season 4, and bring all the Kleenex to the theater for season 4. And I keep thinking, well, what are they going to do that's going to, like, we are not prepared for? We're prepared for the death of Lazarus. We're prepared for the death of John the Baptist. In my other reaction video, I mentioned that, I don't know, maybe Gaius is going to die. Maybe Salome is going to die. It would be a bit of a twist, but maybe. And then this morning I thought, what if they don't let Thomas and Rama get married? What if something even happens to Rama? Or like her dad finally gives in, and then something happens to her and they can't get married. Oh, I mean, that would be terrible. Don't do that. Dallas and the writers, please don't do that. But anyways, this sneak peek just came in, and I thought, oh, what good timing, because I was just thinking about Thomas and Rama. So here's a sneak peek that they just released today.
Finally separate enough to have a moment together.
Bless Barnaby and Shula.
Before we...
Okay, I wasn't going to interrupt, but how cute are Barnaby and Shula as like little matchmakers over there?
went away to the Decapolis, and everything happened there, which, to be honest...
From what I've heard, you're probably still having a bit of a hard time accepting.
Getting better, right? At accepting things I cannot explain.
You are. You're not the same man from the wedding with Kana.
All right, so how cute are Thomas and Rima? I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for you. It's gonna be a rough road, but I'm rooting for you. Anyway, just wanted to share my thoughts because I had so much fun with the last one. So go ahead, leave your comments. Let me know if you think I'm way off base once again with some of my predictions and what you think. Will Thomas and Rima make it? Will her dad finally say it's okay? Will we see a wedding at some point? And you know what else I haven't heard too much about? What about Mary Magdalene and Matthew? Where do you think that's going in season 4? I haven't heard too many people talking about that. So that's another thing I'm wondering about. Let me know your thoughts. Happy viewing. And maybe I'll see some of you in the movie theaters. Maybe I'll see some of you at the Chicago Shakespeare Theater for Demetrius Troy in Richard III. And until next time, happy viewing, everybody.